You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and do best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Sure. I think all of us, we were surprised at, just the lack of urgency, and it was not a competitive game by our standards at all.
And what did you see with just some of the turnover issues that were, popping up throughout the game, and not just the nature, but it just felt like, a lot of just kind of lifeless play, just kind of, balls dribbling off a foot or guys just throwing it out of bounds, that type of stuff.
It really boils down to they came out, punched us in the mouth right away, and we just couldn't recover. We couldn't recover, and second half was better, but first half, we just couldn't get anything on either side of the floor. We couldn't get stops, and we couldn't stop them. And then when we had opportunities, we took tough contested shots, or we had some key miscues.
And any word on Herb or Brandon Boston?
Not yet.
And I guess is there any level of concern with Herb hurting the same shoulder that he hurt early in the season?
For sure. We're all hoping, praying that Herb is okay. He's a big part of our team.
And when we kind of talked about effort throughout the year, did you feel like, what do you think about the effort tonight?
Second half was a little bit better. First half, just not us, not up to our standard. And, we got to resist these games. We got to, resist fatigue, resist mental fatigue, and continue to step out on the floor, compete as a group. And we didn't do that at a high level tonight.
Another night where Evelyn gets like a couple of shots. Just how would you diagnose that? Is it something where like kind of maybe approaching a rookie wall, or is it something that opposing teams have kind of picked up, like how to take away some of the spots he likes to get to? Just how would you kind of diagnose the lack of touches on offense for him?
Well, I think they did a good job of taking their five off of Eves and putting them on one of our perimeter guys. So anytime he rolled to the basket, the five would just be there, and then they would switch the other guy, and it didn't allow us to get into a rhythm offensively. And that's an area that we have to go back, watch it, and then work on it as a team.
When teams start to do that, maybe start guarding smaller players, just what kind of counters do you guys have to go to help the offense run more smoothly?
Well, we have to play with extreme force, and we have to play faster, and then you have to drive the ball. You got to be able to drive, kick. Now the dominoes will fall because the five's out on the perimeter, and what they want us to do is go isolation. We kind of fell into that in the first half.
It seems like, as you talk about the going into isolation and just the lack of aggression on the offensive end, I think it's really reflected in the amount of free throw attempts tonight. Yeah. Just in getting guys knowing that you're about to regroup and go back on the road again. How do you get guys confident again and just in going downhill and being aggressive offensively when they've watched over the last couple games other guys be aggressive offensively?
We just got to continue to do what we do and be disciplined about it. And
what do we do?
The floor. And tonight,
what's that?
On the night that we didn't bring it. I mean, that's just being honest with our team, being honest with
Absolutely
us.
nothing.
We can bring it every night. It didn't matter who steps on the floor to us, and we didn't do it collectively, and we didn't do it consistently. All right, thank you.
I don't even think Willie know the answer to any of these questions.
All right. Shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all being in the stream for all things Pelicans. Now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. We up in this thing. Shout out for the fam. Pelicans beat down by Blazers 119 to 100. Pelicans go down.
Oh, that's the score?
Falling through the floor, DC. They falling through the floor, bro. That's what they do. That's how they do it, bro. It's a clown show, bro. It's a clown show with Willie running it, brother. So that's what we got going on here, man. All kind of calamity and foolishness and every damn thing going on here.
Hey, go ahead, cue the circus
119.
music.
I'm gonna have to cue it. I'm gonna have to cue it up, brother. But yeah, man. Let's shout out to you guys first and foremost for being in the stream tonight, man. For this, when the Pelicans lose another game here, they're now 7-31 at home. They're 5-16 at home, man. And another lackluster performance by the Pelicans, uninspired. The Portland Trail Blazers had almost 70 points before halftime. So I mean, it was ridiculous of every level that you could possibly imagine, and the Pelicans keep reaching new lows, which is very interesting. But let's get into the breakdown, DC, starting with you, and after that, Lex. Thoughts on tonight's matchup, man? Back to back, no Zion.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just let Lex take it because after the first quarter, I turned this shit off. I don't like reruns, and this just looks like a complete rerun of something I said before. And instead of just getting up here and repeating some shit I probably said 5 or 6 other times, because it just looks like all the other losses to me. Kind of saw where it was going in the first quarter. I'm just go ahead and let Lex have it, man. Told you if Zion and Trey show up, we was gonna get our ass kicked. Sure enough, yeah. Told you it wasn't gonna be worth watching. Hate to be right, but
Well, by default, I wasn't able to watch the game like at all. Look, I just walked in the door. You know what I'm saying? Look, I was mad because I wanted to watch that OKC Cleveland game. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to peek in on other games, but I
was
haven't
a real
watched
game.
basketball. Yeah, I had practice tonight with my team, and yeah, I've been tackling snow, so it's been a whole lot of snow. Okay, so but one thing I will say, because I was listening to Willie Green, unfortunately.
I wasn't.
But yeah, I heard some things that he was saying. And I think he said the big man started on the guard. Was that what he was referring to? And then when they set the screen, they would switch off to Misi. Is that what he was saying? Do I have that correct?
Lex, I have to play it back for you because I kind of checked out on
Nobody was listening to Willie.
I mean,
Okay.
it's the same
Well,
shit.
he was saying he actually went into detail. And you know what? That dude, man, that dude don't know what he's talking about. He just told on himself. He just continues to confirm even more. Dude, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right. Cause he said after that he said after that, shoot, I just had a brain freeze. Hold on.
I mean, I could play it
My
back.
bad, y'all. Yeah, play it back for me. Cause I had a point. He said a lot of things that they were trying to do, but he kind of told on himself as far as like what his thought process was in his coaching philosophy, and it was really off. But if you could play that part, I greatly appreciate it. I don't know where exactly it was, but I thought that was very interesting. What he
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, let me get it spun up for you because I done already clicked off of it, but that's okay. We can run it back because it wasn't really that long of an interview he did. So
Yeah, it's
oh, my bad. That's the wrong one. It's another losing ass press conference. So hold on, let me get a.
They all the same.
They
Shoot.
they literally are. Seriously, they literally are the same thing. It's a shame
Talking
because
about we didn't play with pace and
We
it
gotta
wasn't, it
bring
was
it.
not a
something.
competitive game by
Here
our
you go.
standards at all.
And what did you see with just some of the turnover issues that were popping up throughout the game, and not just the nature, but just felt like a lot of just kind of lifeless play, just kind of balls dribbling off a foot or guys just throwing it out of bounds, that type of stuff.
I mean, it really boils down to they came out, punched us in the mouth right away, and we just couldn't recover. We couldn't recover, and second half was better, but first half, we just couldn't get anything on either side of the floor. We couldn't get stops, and we couldn't stop them. And then when we had opportunities, we took tough contested shots, or we had some key miscues.
And any word on Herb or Brandon Boston?
Not yet.
And I guess is there any level of concern with Herb hurting the same shoulder that he hurt early in the season?
For sure. We're all hoping, praying that Herb is okay. He's a big part of our team.
Oh wow, Herb got hurt. God damn.
Yeah, he hurt his arm.
What do you think about that?
Second half was a little bit better. First half,
Same old
just
shit.
not us, not up to our standard.
Thanks,
And,
Ashna.
we gotta resist these games. We gotta, resist fatigue, resist mental fatigue, and continue to step out on the floor and compete as a group. And we didn't do that at a high level tonight.
Another night
It's
where
coming
you
up.
It's like a couple of shots. Just how would you diagnose that? Is it something where like kind of maybe approaching a rookie ball, or is it something that opposing teams have kind of picked up, like how to take away some of the spots he likes to get to? Just how would you kind of diagnose the lack of touches on offense for him?
Well, I think they did a good job of taking their five off of Eves and putting them on one of our perimeter guys. So anytime he rolled to the basket, the five would just be there, and then they would switch the other guy, and it didn't allow us to get into a rhythm offensively. And
Okay, pause that right there, please. Pause that.
And then work on it.
So you couldn't make an adjustment for that?
So that's that would so what I said was correct. So he had the five for Portland started on the guard, whoever was at point or two guard or whatever, or the three. And they set anytime the Pelicans set a screen or something, they just switch, and it involved Eves Misi. They just switched it. Y'all know where I'm getting at? Oh, because I'm about to get it.
They show Willie how to do the switch off.
Dog, no, it's not that.
That's what I said.
That's what it sounds like.
Are you telling me? Hey, I'm
Go
about to
ahead,
jump
Lex.
on game.
Go ahead, Coach Lex.
Dude.
Let's get it.
If you have a five, and I'm a guard, hey, you're telling me that your guard doesn't know how to dump the ball down?
No, because Eves only took 2 shots. He only took 2 shots, Lex. He took 2 shots.
Listen, Eves Misi has a mismatch. That's what you just said. Down low, Eves Misi has a mismatch, and you're telling me that whoever's in the backcourt cannot throw the ball down in the post to Eves Misi, who has a mismatch of a smaller player on him, who he can jump up with that beautiful athleticism and dunk the ball. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I heard.
Trying to figure that out, Lex.
You could have did a wraparound pass. Y'all don't know how to do that? They teach you that stuff. I'm teaching that to my middle school team.
Now you levels ahead of Willie.
That makes absolutely no sense, Willie. The thing is, get it down there early. Tell Eves Misi to post his butt up so hard get big and get wide, hit that dude in his numbers. Whatever hand is away from the defender, that's the hand Yves Missi should be waving. I'm pretty sure he understands that. Get it to that hand. Don't do no overhand pass. Look, if the 5 is on you, that means the 5 is big. He's a big guy. 9 times out of 10, his hands are up. So if his hands are up, guess what's open? There's a passing lane below his arms. A wraparound pass. You can even pass it in between his legs. What are you talking about? And if the spacing is correct, you can do that every single time. That's how you counterpunch that junk. That's how you do that, Willie. I wouldn't even set no screen. You didn't recognize that? No. Let that 5 guard the guard. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Because he's out of position. He's not going to be able to get down there fast enough to block Missi's shot or anything. He can't do it. You have an advantage. And because your brain was not capable of problem solving, okay? It's almost like them preschool things. You know those buckets and it has the shapes? Man, he trying to put the star in the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to put the triangle in the rectangle spot. No, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Problem solve.
Not the star in the circle.
Nah, it's dude.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
Get them
Like you could have exploited that whole situation by simply dumping the ball down in the post. Make sure that spacing is there. Make sure that spacing, and then, oh my goodness. Dumping the ball down low, jab stepping to the right, cutting to the middle towards the basket. You got a floater or a jumper. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Too many options.
Oh my goodness. That's not even a play. That's just basketball. Oh my gosh. What is going on with this dude?
Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right
Did
there?
you say where the ambulance? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Dump the ball to Yves Missi. Yves Missi has a shuffle pass. A shuffle pass back because it's a backdoor cut. Jab like you going right. Cut to the middle. Yves Missi got right there. You still maintain spacing. You got a jumper, man. Everybody maintain their spacing. You have a jumper or a floater. And you're telling me that's 2 options that you had. 2 options that you could have countered what they did. And instead, you just kept bringing Missi up to set a screen. Call an audible. Pull some Peyton Manning type stuff. Please.
Lexi, yeah. This guy here, man, I don't know.
Get him, Lex. Get him.
Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there? Ain't supposed to be laying there. Call the damn ambulance.
The ambulance. We need the ambulance for
the ambulance. The ambulance.
They could have won this game, man. They could have won this game. Okay, there's something else he said. You didn't erase it, did you? He went into another play. I want to exploit that junk too.
Well, hold on just a second, Lex. Let's All World Trucker. Shout out to All World Trucker saying, why y'all haven't been playing the cleanup, man? Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff need to be cleaned up, brother.
It's dirty as hell, man. The cleanup man can't clean this shit.
Yeah. We ain't been playing the cleanup, man, brother. You know, but Willie got to go. But here it go for you, brother. Appreciate it.
You might call me Santa friend, but I'm the cleanup man.
The cleanup man. He'll sweep your girlfriend off the feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's moved up an old girl of mine.
Swept her right off her feet and into the jag.
tuck your shirt in, bro.
That's
Tuck
DC
your shirt.
Jansen right there.
Why he got one side of his shirt untucked and the other side tucked in? What the
Man
hell
just
is
got
going
back
on?
from work, brother. He just got back from work, brother.
Did you pause it?
Yeah, go ahead, Lex. Hold on. It was running.
How he got from work with his good Sunday church pants on?
That wasn't church. That was his working pants. That was Dickie pants, bro. He was
What is
working.
what is he, a funeral director?
Nah, he work at the plant. If he in Houston with Willie, where that means he working at a plant somewhere. But go ahead, Lex. What you got, babe?
Now I wanted you to play the next play that he was describing and stuff. That's why I said to pause it, because he was going into
Let me see if I can get it back there.
We took tough contested shots, or we had some key miscues.
And any word on
Miscues.
Herb or Brandon Boston?
That's every night.
And I guess is there any level of concern with Herb hurting the same shoulder that he hurt early in the season?
For sure. We're all hoping, praying that Herb is okay. He's a big part of our team.
And we kind of talked about effort throughout the year. Did you feel like? What do you think about the effort tonight?
Second half was a little bit better. First half, just not us, not up to our standard.
Oh, it's definitely y'all.
And we gotta resist these games. We gotta.
Stacey asked, "What is the standard?"
And
Ain't no standard.
step on the floor and compete as a group. And
You ain't got no
we
standard.
didn't do
That's
that
the problem.
at a high level. tonight.
IDK.
No standards.
A couple of shots. How would you diagnose that? Is it something where kind of maybe approaching a rookie ball, or is it something that opposing teams have kind of picked up, how to take away some of the spots he likes to get to? Just how would you kind of diagnose the lack of touches on offense for him?
Well, I think they did a good job of taking their 5 off of Eves and putting them on one of our perimeter guys. So anytime he rolled to the basket, the 5 would just be there, and then they would switch the other guy, and it didn't allow us to get into a rhythm offensively. And
Nobody knows how to throw
that's
lobs in the
we
post.
have to go back, watch it,
Apparently.
and work on it as a team.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Smaller players, just what kind of counters do you guys have to go to help the offense run more smoothly?
Well, we have to play with extreme force, and we have to play faster, and then you have to drive the ball. You got to be able to drive, kick.
Pause that.
Now the dominoes will fall because
Please.
the 5's out
Not
of my
force,
brain.
but extreme force.
Okay, so
G
playing
force.
with extreme force and playing faster means absolutely nothing if you don't have the IQ to, when you're in the situation where a big wants to be out on the perimeter, to throw the ball down low, because that's a huge mismatch. That's a mismatch. Y'all know that? It's a mismatch because Misi has a perimeter guy on him down low. Isn't that something?
It's not a mismatch in the figure it out offense, though, Lex. In the figure it out offense, that's a bad possession right there. You don't want to dump that down.
This is how you make the game easy. Like, this is just all this pace stuff. This right here, we know about this, right? Okay, it almost kind of makes
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
He spin it down here, not up here.
Crazy.
Okay, well, you know what? He needs to lift it up here just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It'll make a whole lot more sense. But look, the thing is that
That's what they're doing with Willie Green and the Pelicans about right now. That's what people are doing.
All that pace.
I think the players be doing that when they go
faster, it doesn't mean anything if there's no strategy to it. If there's no IQ, if there's no problem solving. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's treating this team like they're as dumb as he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that, man. Like, they do know the game. You need to level up and just see things. But keep going, because there's another thing he said.
Perimeter. And what they want you to do is go. What they want us to do is go isolation. We kind of fell into that in the first half.
Okay, pause it. They go into isolation anyway. whether the defense dictates it or not. Okay. You can keep going.
That's just what they do.
I might start dissecting his interviews, but go on.
This we do listen to this dude.
Especially if you CJ, man, look, they be in zone and he dancing. Like Donald is in zone.
Oh man. Wild
Get to
enough.
my spot. Where 2 defenders gonna be when I get there.
And he ain't trying to pass it. You attacking zone.
Come on, Lex. You don't beat the zone by passing the ball. You gotta know that.
Shoot.
You gonna dribble your way through the zone. You know?
That's right. Damn it.
Shoot, same thing if it's in man. Because ball movement, player movement doesn't work, does it?
That's the dumbest thing you can do. You can move way faster than that basketball. Let me tell you about that. It's just crazy, man. It's madness.
Goodness, this basic basketball knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can keep going, Big Q.
Going into isolation and just the lack of aggression on the offensive end. I think it's really reflected in the amount of free throw attempts tonight. Just
what happened there?
Knowing that you're about to regroup and go back on the road again. How do you get guys confident again and going downhill and being aggressive offense when they've watched over the last couple games other guys
go poking out that lid?
We just got to continue to do what we do and be disciplined about it and have some aggression on both ends of the floor. And tonight,
could you stop?
One of those nights.
What is it exactly that we do? Again,
look,
our team being.
We just got to continue to do everything that supports losing.
The man don't have a clue, bro.
What?
Well,
it's up to them to pull the plug on this guy, man.
To figure it out offense, so we
like
gotta
I said, man. They gonna
Yeah.
keep him, man. They gonna keep, man. They ain't getting rid of this dude no time soon, man. Because the front office is just as slow as Willie is with his coaching philosophies, man, or his coaching sense, or whatever you want to call it. All right, you can press play.
Sooner or later, it's something got to happen. He don't have this guy's a dead man walking, bro. You don't have any answers.
Bring it every night. It didn't matter who steps on the floor to us, and we didn't do it collectively, and we didn't do it consistently. All right, thank you.
All right, thank God. You up out of there.
All right. Green is the clean up man.
Believe.
Sweep the laws right off your feet.
Sweep it up under the rug. Sweep it right up under the rug. All right, here's the time. DC, who is bringing our stats? Who's the sponsor of our stat read for PPR tonight? Who is it brought to us by?
I think
the stats are coming from the Portland Blazers, sponsored by Guinea of the Gia.
All right, there you go.
What?
Okay, there. What? Thank you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
His name.
What are you talking about, man?
Denny Abdavia. Y'all don't know him?
All right.
No,
never
you
heard
said
of that guy.
Adavia. He only got one D, and that's at the end of his last name.
Well, you pronounce it then, goddamn.
Adija.
Oh, you just
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, DC.
Via.
Yeah, there you go. Abia.
Abdavia.
That's too many syllables, man.
Hey, Diva, goddammit. Shit, it's anagram.
Look, Diva.
Diva.
DC screwing it all up. All right, here we go. Stat read. 40 out of 90 the Pelicans were tonight. 44.4% from the field. They were 12 of 37 from downtown for 32.4. 11 foul shots. They were 8 of 11 for almost 73%. Blazers 48 out of 88 for 54.5. 13 of 36 from downtown for 36.1. 10 of 13 from the foul line for almost 77%. Blazers 44-41 with the rebounds. Pelicans also lost the assist game 24-19. They were tied with steals 11 all, blocks 7-3. Blazers Wade Pelicans turnovers 19 tonight with 18 points off of them giving up. 15 by the Blazers with 13 given up. Blazers beat the Pelicans 16-12 in fast break and 62-44 in points in paint. Pelicans never led this game, and these people were up by as much as 33 points at one point in time in the matchup. You look at what the Pelicans did offensively, 2 20-point scores. CJ McCollum finished with 23 points in 27 minutes, 10 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown, 20 from DeJounte Murray in 26 minutes, 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. To go along with his 20 points, he had 5 assists to go along with 3 rebounds. And then the rest of the Pelicans, nothing shaking. Herb played 18 minutes, left the game with injury. Yves Missi played 25 minutes, had 2 points to go along with his 4 assists and 7 rebounds. He was off this night. And then Pelicans off the bench guys led by Jordan Hawkins in 25 minutes. He finished with 10 points. He was 2 of 9 from downtown and 4 of 16 from the field. Off night for him, 3-9 scores. Jose Alvarado had 9 with 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals to go along in 20 minutes of action. 9 from Javonte Green in 29 minutes of action. He finished with 9 points and 7 boards. Antonio Reeves got some action, had 9 points in 6 minutes. Might have to get that kid some more opportunity. Tice 6 points and 6 boards in 17 minutes. 4 from Carlo Mekovic with 4 boards in 6 minutes as well. So, like I said, Brandon Boston finished with 6 points in 21 minutes. He was 3 of 12 from the field, 0 for 4 from downtown, and even 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. So he was off. 6 points, 4 boards for him. Pelicans cooked by 19, 119-100, fall to 7-31 on the season. Shout out to All World Trucker. Says Q, Lex might F around and die watching this BS. Thank you. I appreciate you for that.
Thank you very much. Picking me up, bringing me back to this world.
We got to make sure.
Hey, don't speedball past this one either. Appreciate you, All World Trucker. I was saying it right. This man actually got an I and a J and an A in his name, man. It's Abdavia.
All right, DC, that's fine, brother. You don't have to prove it, bro. You don't have to prove yourself here, bro.
We got you, man. Great.
It's all good, DC. You don't have to do
that. Marlon said he thought he was on the short yellow bus because of me, so we got to get this right.
It's DC, okay, man.
DC always trying to prove something, isn't he? It's all right, DC. We love you here, man. Calm down. We love you here, brother.
We were just messing around, man. But yeah, we would like to get people's names right. I
will get that right. It was impressive, right, man.
Ain't nobody about to die up in this piece, especially me. Like I'm in shape. Like the way that my passion works. Like
shout out to DC's Shadyon Sharp, man. DC Shadyon Sharp put up 21 points tonight. Shout out to DC. Cam Reddish is 1-2 according to DC. He was joking. He says. No, he's not. Okay, my bad.
I said,
but you told me that.
Shadyon Sharp. And it started with Trey Murphy. You're Trey Murphy, not no 3-level. I said, 3-level score, Q.
But you told me Cam Reddish was a 3-level score. Then you just said you was joking. Sharp. But didn't you say that though? You said, but you said you was joking.
Then I say, let me mess with you. Let me mess with you and say something.
You did not say let me mess with you.
Yes, I did.
That. You just said
Cam Reddish a 3-level score too. Ha. I'm bullshitting.
No, you did not say that. And see, I thought you said you didn't say that. I caught you.
I already explained.
I thought you said you didn't say that.
Man, put that fat finger down. I already explained that last show. You burn some calories off that finger. I already said that last show. Yeah, keep wagging it. That's how you wear it. That's how you lose some weight in it. Keep wagging it. Heavy-handed ass.
Boy, I'm in great shape. I don't know what the hell you talking about, boy.
Yeah,
all right. That's right, Lex.
All right, Lexi.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I just ran threes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
we just worried about you, man. You know, we be worried about you.
Shoot.
Man, we ain't worried. Lex got it together. She telling the truth on old Willie. Willie going crazy. About
Willie, man. She be having like a blood vessel pop on the top of her head. Everything.
Oh,
Is that why you be triggering them? So you can see the blood vessels?
Y'all need to see me when I'm coaching my team. Dog, I coach with a lot of energy.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I
That's
want to see
like,
you
yeah,
close with energy. I don't want you up there
with a
coaching
lot of
like Willie
passion.
with your arms folded and
Yeah, I
doing this
believe
every now and
energy
again.
transfers, man. That positive energy, when it's coming from your coach, hey, the players get some of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and trust me, it works,
I
and
believe it.
it's natural, man. You got to get fired up. You got to get pumped about playing the game. That's energy. You
Right.
know, you need
Well,
it.
well, let me ask you this, Lex. Going forward, the next DCU2, we got another game coming up here. And the next foe is the Philadelphia 76ers. We got them in a couple of days, fam. It's on the 10th. 6 p.m. tip-off time, Philadelphia. 15-20. They're 6-10 at home. That's another one. Now, Zion should be in this game.
Yeah.
We'll see on if anybody else is coming. Right now, I'm trying to check and see if we have any updates on any of these other
Trey
players.
Murphy.
Yeah, Trey and all these guys. So we should have at the very least Zion for Philly. Talk to me about this one, fam. What happens in this one?
You know what? If Zion's playing, it'd be nice if Trey Murphy could come back. And it's funny because CJ, it seemed like he kind of showed up on today. Just think if we had his production on yesterday, that definitely would have been a W. I don't know. I think Philly just like the T-Wolves have problems with Zion. The Sixers do too. And so you're getting another game out of Zion because obviously he was just coming back. Really, I mean, the only thing that can really hurt the team is the coaching. If that special person goes to that daggone small ball again, that was a horrible lineup. I can't, speak on that. Like, that just went away, took all advantages away.
Well, Lex, how do you expect Willie to not let Yves Misi get taken advantage of the way he did when they kept switching on the pick and rolls? You got to go small ball.
No, he naturally wants to go small ball. He's already got that determined in his head, and that's not. It's like, dog, you have to read the situation. You don't just go to something and it has nothing to do to addressing addressing that particular problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so ready to go to that. And that's his only counter. That's all he got is that small ball. And then, like, if small ball doesn't work, he goes deeper into small ball.
Wait till they see my centerless offense.
But we'll see. Definitely. Is Embiid playing? Like, who's all playing in this game? Let's find that out. They have Zion marked as out for the 76ers game.
I think he should be back by that game though. He'll be.
Why would they have?
He might be sick after watching this game, Q.
I don't know.
He might have an illness.
He's out.
I mean,
they just didn't update it.
That kind of determines. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's playing? Who is? I can't see. Was Embiid playing in that game?
Well, hold on. Let me get
I
it
don't
up
think
here.
Embiid played in a while. Has he been playing? I know Paul George came back.
They listing him. They got his status as game time decision.
Embiid.
So, yeah.
Oh, he coming back. He gonna drop 50 on us.
Yeah, so it's a GTD.
That's about right. That's
decision.
about right.
And Paul George is listed as out. Left groin tightness, won't play against the Wizards. They got the Wizards tonight, and the next matchup we'll see. But he looks like he might be out, so we'll see what it looks like moving forward. But Maxey will be there. Kelly Oubre, Embiid is a game time decision, and Ubaselli. I mean, last time Ubaselli plays He's a pretty good big. That's the guy who's played for the Celtics. KJ Martin is listed as out. When I play against Boston on Wednesday due to stress reaction in his left foot. That's kind of rough. So, but yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like right here, right now. Well, Kyle Lowry also listed as out. He's not a factor, but this is what it looks like right now. But with Zion Williamson and a possible Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey battle going on between these two, I think I can pretty much guess what you guys are going to say. You guys are going to pick the Philadelphia 76ers, aren't you?
Can I see the matchup indicator, Q?
Sure you can, DC.
I mean, I would actually like to pick, the Pelicans.
Why should I say anything different?
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, the way, listen, because it seems like all this stuff is coming down to just coaching and putting out the right lineup. If the coaching is just a losing like method or strategy, man, it's hard because that's a part of the game. That's a part of the game right there. And you hate to, because the thing is, man, I'm looking at these games, Big Q. They can win these games.
I know.
They can win these games. And that's what's so sickening about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the horrible decisions are just being made. Like, like I said, I really feel like, this dude is really trying to, he makes it very hard to win and very easy to lose. And that's backwards. But I think, I feel like they can win it if they just had a coach that had, just a winning mentality from a coaching perspective.
But you remember what we pinpointed yesterday during the press conference what Zion Williamson said about the coach.
Yeah, I know. And he said that too cool, low key. That was like shots fired.
That should have been a big story.
X's and O's. And he's right.
Should have been
the way he worded it. He kind of slid it in there, man. He made it sound as if he was talking about the players not executing the X's and O's. You know what I mean? So we know what he meant because we've been watching. Yeah. No. When you listen to it again, I get exactly like what we talked about from it. But the way he worded it when he said it the first time, I initially thought like he was just talking about them not executing the game plan. Yeah. But when you run it back and the way like it came down to X's and O's, like wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like we don't do no X's and O's at the end of the game.
Yeah. And you know what? Listen.
It ain't no game plan for them to mess up. So
I took it the way he said it. It came down to X's and O's. There's only one person who's doing the X's and O's on this team. And the players ain't drawing that stuff up.
Right.
They're not drawing that stuff up. We see Willie Green with his pad. Man, he's scribbling on that thing. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm done, yeah.
I don't know what he yeah, but that's the thing, man. It's becoming very obvious, man, about what's going on here. And I mean, I'm at a loss for there's no leadership here, because if you really gave a damn, the guy is sinking, man. It's nothing he can do. It's nothing that he's offering right here. Even with the boost with Zion Williamson coming back, it wasn't enough for them to win the other night, and they should have won. When you break it all down and you look at the game, and even the stats tell you, like, man, these stats would indicate that the Pelicans should have won the game. Like we talked about them losing the game. They missed 9 free throw shots? They missed 5 shots. They lost by 7, lost 9. They lost by 7, missed 9 free throw shots. So it's like he talks about execution. His defense is not there. It's just like it's time to move past this guy. He doesn't have it. And it's really insulting. Like I look at Willie, I don't see anybody there like as a coach anymore. The guy's message is still, he's a dead man walking. and he's just out there. And Griffin them hiding behind the cover. Him and this other dude just hiding behind the scene, just hiding until they pick up some wins, or they waiting for the Brandon Ingram trade to happen. Then they're gonna pop out from behind the scenes because they got to address that.
What if they wind up it turns into like a Devontae Graham situation to where the trade is just like some bullshit? You still think they're gonna pop up and
They gotta address
their
it,
horn for that?
They got to think about it. When the last
time send Bryson Graham out there if the trade botched up?
Well, let me give you some homework right quick. Let me know when is the last time
they didn't address the Devontae Graham trade. Like David Griffin didn't get up there and talk about that.
I'm saying, but look at how long it's been since the last time you heard an address or anything from David Griffin in the capacity where
it wasn't until media day, right?
Now he talked before. They was in one of the games between the games with Joe Myers and Antonio Gaines.
Well, I don't really include that because it's not isolated.
But how long was that ago? Even if it's unofficial, that was right. That's what I'm saying. That was a
2
long
months
time
ago.
How this is probably the longest time that you've heard him go without being addressing the media or having one of those type of interviews where he have a softball interview where he throws in there. You haven't heard any softball interviews. You haven't heard anything. He made these little announcements with the Herb Jones jersey thing or the Yeeves Misi announcement, but those guys are running and hiding. And even if you got David Griffin, last time I checked, or I thought that the guy that's the general manager is supposed to be building his team. You're supposed to be out in front saying, hey, man, listen, we got to do this. We need to do that. We need to talk to these people. We need to address the people, man. We just can't let them just fester and not have, and not tell them, hey, man, listen, we working behind the scenes. We doing this. Listen, we can't tell y'all exactly what we doing, but listen, we working behind the scenes to improve. We trying to do this. Nothing. Just repetitive garbage from Willie Green. And y'all see how those seats look tonight. It's just only going to get worse because the basketball, Zion Williamson we know who he is. There's no need to keep pinpointing saying what he is and what he is. We know what he is when he gets out there. But he's just one player and he will be under minute restriction. So regardless or not, you're going to have to win with these guys. Look, guys come in, they get hurt. Look what happened. Herb got banged up. Trey Murphy right now is banged up. We had him for a while. You couldn't win when you had him. Now that they're out of the lineup again, you got to cycle guys in. Very rarely are the Pelicans, because we see the Celtics, we see other teams have their guys playing for half the, 75% of the season, whatever the case may be, to build chemistry, synergy. You don't see that with the Pelicans, like what's going on right now with them building together and going forward. Man, they're not going to have that. So you're going to have to win with what you have, and they have enough to win. Like they should have won the game when Zion first came back here. This game was from wire to wire, was over with. They didn't have a chance in this game. I watched the game. They didn't have a chance at all. They were losing. They almost had 70 points at halftime, the Blazers. And the Blazers ain't no team that's no dominant team.
Blazers.
I mean, they're a bottom feeding team.
Look the drastic difference between the Blazers and the Pelicans, and I'm talking effort. The Pelicans' effort. He talking about scheme and all that. The effort, it's just dumb. It's just bad effort, man. Bad effort, unintelligent play. The switching is wrong, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing all over again. Guys overcommitting because of bad communication. You see guys going over here. Hey, hold on, let me get back here, and then the guy gets a easy layup, or the Blazer player out hustles the other guy. This type of stuff. It's just a comedy of errors, man. It's just stupid. I mean, but why is he Willie Green is just like a dead man walking, and David Griffin is an idiot. He's a moron, a chump, and a con man. And this other dude that he got as a general manager, I have zero respect for that dude. How you gonna let that man chump you like that, bro? You gonna get up that dude like a scared deer hiding behind, like a cub or whatever, hiding behind his dad's leg, looking from behind. That's what that guy's like. You got the bear standing up there, and then he got his little, cub standing, peeking from behind his leg at you. Man, what the hell is this, man? Get your ass out there, man, and do some GM. And I know you're new, but you got one job out of 30 jobs in the entire world in an NBA franchise. You're a general manager. Get out there and talk to the people, why don't you, bro? Let them know what you got going on. Tell them, bro. It's just, this is insane, man. It's insane. But since you don't want to talk, we'll talk for you. We'll talk for you, and we'll tell the truth. We'll tell you how this is all messed up, how this is garbage, how Willie Green deserves to be fired. You had Mike Brown with a 13-18 record gets fired, and Willie Green sitting up here, 5-31? What is 6-31? What is it now? 7-31. But hit hands off, DC Lex. Hands off, Willie Green.
But yo, you know what's crazy? So Mike Brown, he got fired, right?
Yes.
He got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's been fired, the Sacramento Kings are like 5-1.
Fresh.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
How things can turn around.
Man.
Because you remove a voice that's dead to the locker room, and you bring life back into the locker room again simply by firing that dude. But you know what? I've been saying this. I really feel like because of that secret contract.
There's something about that contract going on.
I really feel like it has something to do with that. And that's why Griff ain't moving him, because they did the secret contract.
But regardless of that, though, Lex, regardless of Lex, that's what happened.
They don't want to owe money. They don't want to pay the new coach and owe Willie Green money because they cheap and they mismanaging money.
But that's still not.
The thing is, now they're regretting that. It's like, man, we can't fire him because you gonna owe him money. Whatever the contents of that contract is. That's what I think.
Well, you still have to, but that's still not an excuse for them to do that. I hear what you're saying, and
they're using it though.
But this is the thing. Mike Brown had an extension. He had an extension.
That's true.
And they fired him after it. And you know what they do? They're just gonna settle with it. They're gonna just break
exactly. But the Pelicans are not like other organizations.
They already
they need to remove Griff. Griff has been doing a horrible job. He's been sitting on his behind, twiddling his thumbs, hoping, hey, we're gonna figure it out. One more person say, I'm gonna figure it out, man. I'm tired of that.
They don't have any answers.
You all are not forward thinking. Mm-hmm. You're not thinking about, you have no vision. You have no imagination. You have no creativity. You don't have a plan.
No.
Like I said, man, and I'm going to go back to Tice. Tice was on his way back overseas to his home country. He was out the league, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you? And they were desperate. They were like, no. Hey, Tice, hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, we could use you. That's horrible. That should say so much. Like they did not have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, and if you go all the way to Z and any letter that's after that. They didn't have no plan. And this is what happens.
People a joke, man.
This is what happens when you don't have a plan. You know how businesses and companies, most of them do it, because I can't see how this is $1 billion corporation. And it's like, do y'all have a business plan? Do y'all have a marketing plan? Do you all have these things? If you're so corporate, these things should be put in place. Like you all literally need to have that. And you all aren't even a business startup. Y'all been around for a while and you don't have it together. I mean, I'm just confused because, a lot of companies, especially companies, $1 billion companies, you know what I'm saying? Like they usually have a plan. I mean, think of it this way. All the activities like during timeouts and halftime shows, you know how they have people come out and perform and they have games and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's planned, right?
Yeah.
They have it planned on who's going to sing the national anthem, right?
Right.
Them playing, okay, when this timeout is called, all right, it's t-shirt time. Everybody stand up. All right, get up and get your t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? They have, all right, kiss cam. They have that organized, right?
Yeah.
If you can organize all those things during timeouts and halftime, who's gonna sing the national anthem? You know what I'm saying? You discuss with the cheerleaders, the dance team when they coming out, shaking it, the drum line, right? You have these things planned out. This is the same thing that you want to do as far as constructing the roster. You know, getting a better coaching staff in there. It's the same thing. If you can plan all those things during timeouts and things, you can do it here. Because whoever's over that stuff, they doing a great job. They entertaining during timeouts and stuff.
It's the leadership of the organization, Lex, because it's her, you know, and Dennis Lauscher is operate like this is how Tom Benson built him to work. Like they set up to make money. And this was a bad hire. The David Griffin hire, like you have to have a outlook, a timeline in place where you are building such, I'm gonna hire you for a certain period of time, and based on your success, you'll get more years, maybe a year or two, depending on how much of success you had. But at any given time after that, if you go in opposite direction, then we'll have to make the move. But there is no other more competitive league than you have in the NBA and the NFL. You have to win to keep your job. Like we seen the Raiders fire Antonio Pierce after 1 year. We seen them fire Gerard Mayo.
2 coaches got fired
after 1 year.
After 1 year.
And you've
crazy.
seen in the NBA a guy that won the head coach of the year a couple of years ago get canned after 13 and 18. Now, granted, that owner is, he's kind of known to be kind of screwy, but at the end of the day, the reality is at least he's paying attention to the team. And I'm thinking about this because I cover these teams, and I'm saying to myself, what's the problem here? We know about timelines. We know that David Griffin has a sub 500 record since he's been here. He's been here for 6 years. He's had 3 coaches in 6 years. He has a sub 500 record since he's been here. We understand that by watching him, he talks too much and doesn't deliver nearly as much. He understands he's listening to you and in the flock. That's why his ass ain't out there on Front Street. They're checking you out and they're listening and they know you're pissed. That shows a lot of the character too, because if you're a leader, you're supposed to be out there when it's bad just as much as when it's good. The mere fact that they're hiding and not saying anything about what's going on with this team and the direction of the team speaks a lot. It speaks veritas to our points that David Griffin is a coward, that he's a con man, a confidence man, that he doesn't have a plan. So in the end, the thing is he cannot be allowed to pivot from what's supposed to be a springboard from 49 wins into something higher to going after Cooper Flag or whatever this other draft is going to be. We can't allow him to pivot that way. He has to come out. He has to explain what happened with Zion Williamson while he was held out for 2 months on a non-surgical hamstring situation. That timeline is like for somebody that had some surgery or something and had to sit out for 2 months for a strain. You have to explain yourself, because that if you basing on Zion being there, that costs you the season. You expect the Pelicans, who are sitting up here at 7-31, to win what? How many games they need to catch up with? 20-something odd games to get to 500 to compete. They're supposed to go on a run of 10, 15 straight wins. A team that is not in the talent.
Do that with Willie.
But the talent is not the issue. It's him. Willie Green is not that guy. He's not the coach. And if David Griffin them can't see that, then he needs to go 2. because that is supposed. He was the guy that brought all this to bear, and he has to be able to get out of his own way and say, "Man, I made a call. I made a bad call here." Tell us that. Come out and say, "Hey, listen, fam, I made a bad call right here. We're gonna get rid of Willie. Borrego's already under contract. He'll be the guy." You fire Willie Green tomorrow, David Griffin, and put Borrego over the team. This team gonna pick up wins fast. Why? Because Borrego he knows X's and O's way better than Willie Green. He has a better feel for the game than Willie Green. People, X and O from perspective, respect him more than Willie Green. Willie Green gets his team in trouble many times. He don't know what he's doing, and he's supposed to see that and get him out of there. We'll forgive you a little bit, depending on how far you go, if you just make the fire. This is the necessary move, because it's not going to be Dennis Lauscher. Lauscher and I just showed y'all the other day. They just read up with Oshner. This is a business arrangement, and when you see the thing is, you guys out there, you're not playing your part. You're not supposed to pay attention to that business behind that curtain there. Pay, like the old Wizard of Oz movie told you, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention. See, you gumming up the works now, because you're getting into stuff that you ain't supposed to be getting into. You are merely supposed to watch the Pelicans play, cheer when they win, and keep your faith when they lose, because we're gonna be all right. And keep coming to the games, keep buying the merch. That's how it's designed. The moment you start thinking and saying, "Hey, man, this Oshner deal is bad because y'all constantly hurt. Why are you doing that? Why is the president doesn't know anything about the basketball team? Why is you got a VP who's always involved, that's moving around, talk a lot of shit? He's nowhere to be found. The team don't even have 10 wins, and we're already in the next year. We're in January. Nobody's around not saying anything, and that's cool." So, like I said, man, don't play your part. That's all you can do, and that's enough. We just got to get all these other people online. That's what it come down to, and just keep calling them out. That's the best that's the best weapon we have. Willie Green needs to be fired. That's the first thing you need to do. Fire Willie Green. Well, Griffin is later, but you got to get rid of Willie Green right now. You got to get rid of him if you're serious about anything. But DC, you right on that. A lot of what you were saying about this with this crap, I don't think it's a planned situation, because I don't think David Griffin's that smart. I think he's cunning. But I think he's cunning.
I have to. It is definitely not a planned situation.
No, it's not
they
planned.
Definitely made the commitment to. They don't want to win. That's why they're not firing Willie. Looking at it now, I saw. I think that was my man Stacy. He was actually right about Zion, so I'm gonna go out on a limb, say he's right about BI. He said BI is looking to come back on the 9th. I haven't heard any information about him coming back, but if BI
somebody
comes back,
said something about that. I think Joel Myers said that.
Joel Myers said it too.
Joel Myers made before Zion.
He's been practicing though. When Zion was practicing,
Right.
BI was practicing. It was like they both just randomly popped up together. It's real weird. Now Trey is hurt. He's got an ankle injury, right?
Right.
Trey hurt his ankle week before last, and he played the next game.
Right.
I would think it would be very strange or very strangely convenient that Trey would still be hurt when Brandon Ingram comes back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see your point.
And Herb Jones is hurt now.
Right.
So we definitely gonna have a lineup with CJ, BI, Zion. You see where I'm going? So and then you got the trade line, the trade deadline coming up. These guys, they look absolutely atrocious tonight. You put Brandon out there and Zion, and voila! Oh wow! The Pelicans are exciting. They're on a 5-game win streak. Any takers for BI? Any takers, please? Any BI? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, CJ McCollum. Any takers for CJ? I mean, that is the mission, man. That's the win right now. They're, to me, looking to do anything possible to pull off these trades. That's why I think they at. You said they don't have the foresight to plan this. Possibly not, but that's where we at, and that's really the only thing that matters right now. Now, after the trade deadline, that's why I kept telling y'all about the All-Star break. After the trade deadline, when everything is settled, probably gonna have some more losses, but They may all go on a run and get some wins because you got B.I. and Zion playing. I mean, you should win some games with DeJounte out there and CJ. And then after the trade deadline and whoever's gone, you come out of that. I expect them to eventually cut ties with Willie Green. If they don't cut ties with Willie Green, I think the only thing keeping him here is because he's a nice man. It would have to be Miss Gail Benson.
You know what?
Wait, hold on.
That arena gonna be empty like a motherfucker.
Let me finish. Because we know David Griffin isn't really hesitant about firing coaches. Hasn't fired one during the season. I'm pretty sure he sees what's going on and he wants another coach. But because he's effed up the coaching situations prior,
come on with it.
Miss Benson may be holding him accountable to Willie Green. No,
Absolutely
you gonna
not.
make this work with Mr. Willie Green. Because
Absolutely
I paid for Stan Van Gundy's contract while Willie was still here. I'm not trying to fire a coach and pay another contract. All of these are hypothetical.
And that's what I was saying. It probably has another thing to do with that secret contract.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. You gotta say it right, Lexxah. Where's our suspense? Where's our suspense music? Come on, Q. Cue it up.
Contract.
I don't have any suspense. Hold on, DC. I'm gonna have to find some suspense.
My bad.
So you have that situation. I don't think it's David Griffin. The fact he doesn't want to fire Willie Green. It's the fact that Miss Benson probably looking at him like, okay, you're making me money. I don't really want to get rid of you, even though we all want him gone and know he needs to be gone. But she's like, you want me to fire this nice man and pay another coach while we get another coach again?
I hope she's thinking about that.
She has to think about it, Lex, because
she's being hustled right now by not only him but the other stooge and the stooge under him. Because
whoa,
three stooges.
Whoa. Bryce is a lot of things, but I don't think he's a hustler.
No. You don't understand. The three stooges right below.
Puppet and a hustler.
Right below Gail Benson. Come on, Big Q.
You're talking about below Gail. Okay.
Yeah, right below Gail. They the three stooges.
I thought you were talking about Bryce and Willie. Because I was about to say Willie is an honest man.
But
he get up behind that podium and tell you he don't know shit.
But he's a stooge junior. But who the top three stooges?
Is that adding Gail to it?
No, I said right under Gail. The three stooges who are taking advantage of her.
Oh, that's Lexxah.
Yes.
Yeah, Lexxah. Griffin and you talking about the Pelican side?
Yeah.
No, all three of them. Because it's football too.
Lexxah, Loomis, and Griffin.
Yeah, there you go. The three stooges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time you say them, it's like they're a huge problem.
Oh yeah.
They're a huge problem. And so, they taking advantage of Gail. Lexxah is on board committees for Oshner, who's definitely an L. You know what I'm saying? For really, it sounds like for the whole city or however much of the region they cover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, everything. It sounds like a lot of stuff is monopolized down there. Everything is running too much together. It's too much close niche, and it's like, man, there's no separation. That's why there's no pressure. There ain't no pressure on Gail. There ain't no pressure on the three stooges, and then below them there ain't no pressure because they want to keep control of not having that pressure because that's what allows them to keep control.
Mm-hmm.
And the three stooges at the top, they are all working together, supporting each other and whatever they're doing. And it's like, all right, I'm going to make sure you get your money, and I'm going to make sure you get your money, and we're going to have these secret contracts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, Big Q over there working. Okay.
Y'all challenging me. I gotta stand up, man. I gotta get it done. DC said, "Man, you gotta bring out. You gotta get to where the suspense music at. You know, I gotta bring it to it."
Here, let's do it
We be
again.
asking for a lot now. That soundboard
What?
ain't big enough no more.
No, it is, brother. I'm putting it together over here, brother. I'm putting it together for y'all.
Oh man.
But I mean,
Miss
this
Miss Benson, I think she's in a situation where she doesn't fully understand, the everyday running of her organizations. But, being the lady that she is, she just seems like a very patient person. So she takes the slow road to everything.
I mean, yeah,
But
she
slow
ain't
progress
connected
enough
like that though,
patient.
bro.
she not. But what
She ain't
don't add
connected
up
like that, bro. She
when it
only
ain't
stepped
adding
in
up,
when
and
it
when
get
people
bad.
asking her at church, what's going on with the teams, she's shown she gonna get in there and do something.
But that's
So
because we prodded her to. Like, it's a different energy with the Saints than what it was with the Pelicans. The
of
Saints,
course,
the Saints energy, we haven't as and just looking at it, like it took a lot to force their hand because this is we got Dennis Allen fired. That took 3.5 years of getting galvanizing very thick-headed people to listen to what you had to say and put that shit down for a second and understand you have power and just don't fly into your zealotism. Don't fly into being a zealot all the time. I know you like basketball, I know you like football, but goddamn it, put that shit down for a second and see what these people are doing and throw a wrench in this shit. You gotta, it's all based on your support. And if it's your support and your finances, that means that you can control it if it's based on you. That's what I've been trying to get people to do. I finally got enough people to be able to force that hand. I was talking against it for a while to the fact that people got tired of the message. Like, there's some dude was in the chat on the sports coma from Ukraine. And he told me, man, Q, you say that message a lot. And I said, because it's the truth. If I'm saying the same shit and you hearing me say the same shit, that means my message is not wavering. That means I'm consistent and I'm thorough what I'm saying. And sometimes you got to do that. And that's how it worked in brand recognition, even in business. McDonald's Imlich, that for years and years of them advertising that shit and putting it to you. That's how you know your babies can recognize McDonald's and all that kind of bull. They keep that in your eye, using repetition. That's a method. How they promote. That's how you break their shit up. You use the same stuff, but you use the truth. And we just don't have the same energy and intensity that I've seen with the Saints that we have for the Pelicans yet. We still don't have it. If we had that, we'd have been forced to change Guy Griffin out of there. You got to get these stick-headed people to put down the fandom and love for the team. I know you love basketball. I know you love your team, but you have to be responsible right now. You got to put that shit down because they're playing with you. They're disrespecting you. They're not supposed to put out this kind of product. And the Pelicans, over time, this is nothing new. They're about making money. Now, every other year they'll win, and if they feel like that justifies them to have an off season, they come back with excuses. Nobody pays for anything because that's the game. The only person that walks away with anything being upset is you. The players aren't mad. You know why? Because they get a check after every game. That's what I was saying about DeMario Davis. And I was telling people, hey, man, listen, if these players come with that bullshit, you got to shut them down. I know you like these players, but don't let them tell you to be patient on the team and they getting a check. Now, you tell them don't collect the check and see how patient they are. They wouldn't even come to play. They wouldn't show up. They wouldn't show up to play if they didn't get paid for it. So the thing is, don't listen to these players, man, trying to placate you and all that. But, know what the real is. The players, the most of them are going to tell you the opposite shit. They're going to be on some bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Put your like for the players aside and think about what's right. These people are disrespecting. This guy should have been fired a long time ago. How is he able to sit up here and do this? Because she's not on it like that. The Pelicans are a secondary moneymaker for Gail Benson. The primary moneymaker is the Saints.
So
The
so
Saints
you think David Griffin willingly wants Willie Green here? Because I
yes.
don't think he does. I don't think that's it. I
DC,
think he wants to
Fire
fire.
Willie Green?
In a
He
way,
wants
they're
to
tied
fire
together.
Willie Green, but he's not allowed to because he's already done this before. Like if you're an owner, man,
It's got nothing to do with it,
well,
my
man,
brother.
come on, man. It's simple. If you're an owner and you fire you let your VP general manager fire a coach, now you paying 2 contracts. You will want the second guy to work out, right?
You have 3.
For most owners that aren't lenient the way Miss Benson is, if the next coach doesn't work out while you got me paying the other coach and you want to fire him too, your ass is out the door with him. Instead of firing him because he's making her the big bucks, like you talk about, the money being ultimately what it is. She telling them, no, you better make Willie work. You better make Willie, work or whatever. Make that work.
I don't think she dialed
I think
in
that
like
was
that.
I think that was the situation.
I don't think. I mean, I hear what you're
So
saying.
you think David Griffin has full autonomy to just fire Willie Green and he don't have to face any accountability for that?
I think that
when you still gonna be paying his contract, and then they got to
that
go out and get another coach.
they go out and they already got the coach on the team.
Man,
They already got a man under contract. They got an assistant coach they paying that's under contract
under
right now.
contract as an assistant coach, but coming next year, if he's going to become the coach, he's going to require a contract, right? And let me tell you this: if he does a good job as an assistant coach, I'm sure there are going to be other coaching vacancies around the league. So if somebody else, let's say they want him, and somebody else comes along and is willing to pay him more money, you think James Borrego is just so, viciously loyal to David Griffin? He's going to take less money to stay here? We don't know any of those things.
Let's shrink the timeline because you going too far. Like you believe
that
no.
I don't believe.
Shrink the timeline.
I'm just telling you what makes sense. He's not allowed to fire Willie Green.
Who's stopping him?
It's ownership, because he's already fucked up so much money and so many mistakes already.
First of all, the
Gentry contract make it work.
The Gentry contract was already on the books when he took over. He had the option.
No, I'm talking about Stan Van Gundy, because the Stan Van
Gundy
was his
guy.
Was crazy.
Well, I get you that, but
hold up. I'm saying that because it was obvious. David Griffin isn't the best GM. David Griffin does a lot of dumb shit, but I'm not gonna act like he's the dumbest person to ever walk the earth. It was blatantly obvious for anybody who, you don't even have to know basketball. All you have to do is watch basketball, pay attention a little bit. When we played the Thunder, that Willie Green needs to be fired. I'm pretty sure David Griffin wanted to fire Willie Green after what happened in the playoff series with the Thunder. I'm almost willing to bet all the money in my bank account that he wanted to fire him after that playoff series, bro. It was clear as the blue sky on a sunny day that Willie Green needs to be fired.
It was clear to you.
Series.
It was as clear to you now as
everybody.
It was clear to you.
You could run it back, and you can look at.
It was clear. DC. It was clear to you then, like it is clear to you now.
Clear to everybody.
Like it's clear to everybody now that he should have been fired weeks ago. It is not about.
It was clear to everybody he didn't want to go into the season possibly with Willie Green, but like you pointed out, it works as an advantage to him to have a scapegoat.
You keep trying to you keep trying to put something into the equation that don't exist.
It do exist. It's very simple.
There is no accountability.
It is very simple. It isn't any accountability.
It's not accountability.
And it's in their best interest to have Willie Green doing exactly what he's doing.
You keep on believing in that fairy tale shit. I'm telling you.
I'm not believing in no fairy tale shit. I'm telling you, Willie Green gonna be here until after the All-Star break if they decide to fire him then. Because it's in their best interest for them to lose. They have no benefit in winning this year. Winning this year means
that's not the point. That's not the point. That's not what they told you. You creating something else.
Man,
that's not what you stick with. What they you stick with what they told you. That's what you use against.
So you got.
Hold on, bro. I'll let you. Hold on. Stop. I'll let you talk. I'll
I
let
let
you
you
talk.
talk for like
I'll
52
let you
minutes
talk.
before I
I'll
say
let
something.
you talk. Now listen. I'm telling you, what you talking about is bullshit. These people don't believe in accountability. Gail Benson is not dialed in like that, and you know that. You know how much it took for people from the Saints side to get her. Hold on, listen, bro.
Money, bro.
You see how long it took for people to get Dennis Allen up off the team, and the dude threw his team under the bus, backstabbing his own players. And we had to get. You know how long it took for us to get? It took 3.5 years to get them to fire that dude. I'm telling you, she don't step in unless stuff is really, really bad. I'm telling you, that's not the same energy that they're not showing that with the Pelicans right now, bro. And I'm telling you, with David Griffin is set up there. He has a lot of power over there.
You arguing a different point than what I'm saying.
Not arguing no same point. If you listen, it's the same damn point. The point is accountability.
Because you're saying David Griffin wants Willie Green here. I'm saying he don't. He's not allowed to fire him.
I'm telling you, prove
that's
that.
the point.
Prove it.
Bro.
Prove it.
You go and you
No. Prove that.
How you want me to prove it other than having him
prove
say
it?
it
Whatever.
on tape
Prove.
record?
Give me something right now to prove that Gail's stopping him from firing Willie Green. Prove
the
it.
fact that Willie Green is still a coach.
That's not no proof. That's not him. That's not saying that David Griffin wants him going to fire him last year.
If David Griffin wants to win and he don't want to lose and have a scapegoat, try to get a top pick or do whatever, if he wants to win, what incentive does he have to keep Willie Green as his fucking coach, bro? After watching what happened, man, that man don't believe in Willie Green. After he set him up time and time, Q, and you get up there and you talk about how David Griffin.
What brain you putting in his head, dude?
Wait.
What brain is you putting in his head?
Wait. You talked for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Talked about how David Griffin has been lining Willie Green up to get knocked off the damn chessboard.
So
if he really believes in him, why is he lining him up to get knocked off the chessboard? He already know he got to knock him off the chessboard, right?
That's if he forced to.
Come on, Q.
Listen, bro. Your point
was. So he believes in the coach, but he's already making a backup plan to fire him.
Okay, now that you said that, listen to this. That's how these guys operate. You thinking like this ain't no business, bro. A guy like that is going to set up barriers around him to protect himself. He knows that. That's why Langdon got out of town. And he's seen it. I've been calling because I know those type of characters that these is a regular person. It's a regular template throughout the business world. Guys that line themselves up with incompetent people around them so that they take the fall and he survives. The only way that doesn't, bro. Can I say some shit? Damn. I'm just trying to say you jumping in and out. You're trying to say stuff.
Do you have that he believes?
No.
What you saying? Don't show me that he believes in.
You have not given any proof of anything that you're saying about this man. Saying
that he believes in him.
Gail has more power that she's protecting him. Like, dude, are you crazy? Gail Benson she hired him to do that.
Her purse, Q. She don't want to fire another coach.
She has a president of the team that is the same way as she is. He doesn't know basketball. They hired this guy to be a Mickey Loomis over the Pelicans. That's what David Griffin is. He's a Mickey Loomis version for the Pelicans. That's what he is.
I agree with that. I don't see all this belief in Willie Green.
He has all of the say. He has the power in that room. Whatever he says, they're going to go along with it. And if he justifies, if it gets that bad, where Willie has to fall, that he'll fall just as long as it's him taking the shot, right?
Bad.
It's not that bad. What did they just tell you? These guys got proof to prove that it's not that bad. Didn't they just come out and tell you?
Man, because they want to lose, man.
It's not DEFCON 1?
Because they playing for a fucking draft pick. They want to lose.
Well, it's not that bad then. What are you talking about? That's the proof. It's not that bad. I just said that. For him to fall yet, but he's positioned. So
he's gonna fall.
He's going to fall if they keep losing, and which they probably will.
He's gonna fall regardless.
It's not
DEFCON. They will keep losing because they want them to keep losing.
What was the quote? Was not DEFCON 1 or whatever they said yet?
They said they DEFCON 1 yet. They want to lose. They're aiming for a top 5, top 3 draft pick, bro. It's obvious as day.
Not if Zion.
But they want to give us
that with Zion playing.
Yes, you can still get it with Zion playing. You're holding them out of back-to-backs. You keep a shitty coach there to where you can still pile up some losses even though he playing, right? Whenever they get to the loss margin that they're comfortable with, I see them peeling the Band-Aid off Willie Green.
I don't see it, brother.
It's either that or they're gonna let him play out the year, pile up all the losses, and then you get your James Borrego the next year.
I hear what you're saying, DC. What I'm saying about the Gail Benson thing is Gail is turning a lot of power over to David Griffin, just like she did Mickey Loomis. And he'll justify hiring or firing coaches based on whatever he tells her. This flim flam man will tell that lady, hey, this is necessary for whatever. This is a flim flam man. There's no accountability there, bro. She don't know. And the guy that's supposed to have her back, Dennis Lauscher, guess what? He doesn't know either. So this Griffin guy is in a supreme situation because he's not even held to any accountability standard. There's no timeline that they're placing on it. Just hire this guy. And he can sit up here and make mistake after mistake to justify it to her because she's not checking him.
Right. And and I told you in the offseason, man, even though I didn't think they would be this bad, they put Willie Green in an impossible situation to succeed. It don't help that he's a shitty ass coach. But we talked about the roster, how it was made up, the fact we didn't have a center, the whole thing they were doing. They put him in this situation. I don't like Willie Green, but I understand the man like to do the switch off. Why are we in year 4 of Willie Green and we just getting a mobile center?
We talked about,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, but I'm just saying it's been situations where time and time again, to me, if David Griffin truly believed in Willie Green and he thought he was coach of the future and all this shit, he would empower him and get the people that he wanted. We know Willie Green didn't want Dyson Daniels up out of here, bro. He didn't want
Larry Nance.
He didn't want Dyson Daniel and Larry Nance out of here. And we know if they found a way to get DeJounte and still keep Dice and Larry Nance, I don't know how they would have did that, but they would be a better team for it. Like, we would have more wins because it would fit the bullshit philosophy that he wants to do more. But that ain't gonna win us no championship. That ain't gonna ultimately win us no playoff series. We look better in the regular season.
But
they have time and time again not giving Willie the things that he needs or wants to build this philosophy of what he wants, right? He won't have a small ball team, and we have some of the shittiest small ball players. You know, when you're looking at our forward positions behind Zion, it is probably the thinnest in the league. You know, so to me, looking at that and those type of moves, man, it's just common sense. David Griffin is not in on Willie Green. He's using him as a patsy. They're going to let the season bottom out so he can get a top draft pick and whatever coach we get and we start winning and he come run around and jump out and start talking again. Like you said, you already know what time it is. All of this shit is happening because of Willie Green. Just how we get up here after the show and we start looking at him looking a goddamn fool.
That shit happened because of David Griffin, bro.
Exactly. But all of this is happening because of Willie Green. That's the talking point that's supposed to be pushed. And that's the talking point that most of the family pushes. Because let's be it, Willie is looking pretty fucking stupid. And a lot of it is his fault. But he's had a lot of help from David Griffin to help him look really stupid. He didn't really have help player-wise as far as getting the type of players he need for the talent to work together. And we all knew that, but having talent is always a good thing, man. You would rather have talent than not have talent, even if you're not sure how it's going to fit together. Because good coaches do what, Q? They figure it out, right?
Well, they've been trying to
figure it out offense, and we ain't figured out.
They've been trying to figure it out. They ain't figured out nothing, DC. But
you know what's crazy?
Go ahead, Lex.
They doing the same thing and expecting different results. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure it out, but the problem is they're doing the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to change if you continue to do the same thing. Willie just said it. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. He just said that.
He says that every
exactly. You're doing the same thing,
he
but
doesn't
you're
have any insight.
expecting different results.
And I ain't never seen an
Like, dude,
organization
you
be
can't do
perpetual
the same
losers
thing. You
turn
have
their
to do
camps.
something
If they're
different.
making money, DC, they'll do that forever, brother.
And one thing I wanted to add, like piggybacking off of well, I don't want to say piggyback because Bryson Graham be piggybacking off of Griff. So
It's
but to
that's a different
kinda,
level of piggybacking there, Lex. That's
yeah, I know, but
We
I
all
don't like
family over here.
I don't like to use any words that they using, man. I really don't, because they're abused. You know, they turn them words out. You know, they ain't what they really are. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't get with they words that they use. But there's a clash between Willie and Griff. There really is a clash. That's just like Griff going to go get Kyra. You know what I'm saying? Kyra Lewis.
yeah.
And you know, he didn't
That
get a
was
lot of
Stan's.
playing
That was
time.
Stan's guy though.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, he was still here even with Willie. You know, so I mean, it just seems like, especially with the big man situation, they never hit. Like, I don't even think they talk as far as, you know, ideas, what the roster needs to look like. And one of the things that really hurts is that Willie Green already has a so-called system in place. And see, this is a problem with a system type coach, because you want the player personnel to adapt to the system when that's not how it should be. You need to take your system, you need to ball it up in your hand, and you need to throw that bad boy out the window.
I thought you was gonna say something else.
The thing is that you create a system with the player personnel that you have. You have to adjust the system, because the system is nothing without the players. It's absolutely nothing. If you don't have those players, like for instance, they always talk about the Warriors. I'm gonna ask this question, man. It's a tough question, y'all. Do the Pelicans have a system like the Warriors?
That's the easy answer to the question. No, they don't. Not to me. That don't look nothing like what they're trying to do.
The
But
Warriors they figured it out offense.
They
don't
talk
run.
about the Warriors a lot.
They got a guy that can
So-
instruct them, DC. That's
So
what they got.
apparently, they're trying to have a similar system to the Warriors. But you know why it's not working? You don't have the personnel that fits the Warrior system, because this is not the Warrior system. This is a different player personnel. You have no snipers on this team.
Trey?
No snipers.
Trey?
He's a sniper in training. Okay.
Hawk? Sniper in training?
No, he has stolen that man's confidence. Like he is killing. He's killing Hawk. No, definitely not him.
I mean,
And if you ask Klay Thompson about that, he'll let
how's
you know.
CJ looking Golden State offense, DC?
We don't
Sniper. I
have.
think all three of those guys could. Hawk is the one I think you're right about.
Go ahead, Lex. I'm sorry. I mean to get
but the other two, I think they snipers. We just making them look shitty.
Okay. Well,
Right.
okay. That's included. That's included. That's where remember when I asked you, DC, why do we say that this is a talented team? You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, as a team, this team is not talented. Because along with the talent is how you put that talent together. And right now, because you have a guy who cannot coach, who does not know his player personnel, who does not know how to position them to succeed, who cannot write up plays for specific players to get open or get them going, or to make plays for his star players instead of that stupid handoff that everybody's memorized. Okay? He doesn't have the ability to do that. And so therefore, this looks like it's not a talented team. See, that plays a part into it. That the coaching plays a part in how talented this team can truly be. And if you're not maximizing the players like you should, the talent is going to look like, man, y'all look like y'all don't know how to play basketball. Think about how many times we've said that. They don't look like they know how to pass. They don't look like they know how to shoot. They don't look like they know how to cut. Backdoor cut. They don't look like they know how to pass in the post. You don't see it. Like sometimes it's like, man, they have unforced turnovers. Like, dude, the defense was playing off of you. How did you lose the ball? Why can't you inbound the ball? You know, how come you don't know how to dribble? CJ, you dribbling too much. Your teammate is open. You just missed him. That window's passed. You still dancing. Hey, CJ, you dribbling for 10 seconds. You only get 24 seconds on the shot clock, buddy. Now it's down to 5 seconds. Then you give the ball to Messi.
Sounds like our offense.
With 5 seconds on the clock. That is so ruthless.
They had a couple of breakdowns like that in this game where the clock ran out on them. Nobody's communicating, man.
Because we know this team. Like, they're not doing basic things. And so when you have a coach that's not correcting those things, like saying like we got to figure it out, we got to continue to work on it, man, I'm to the point where, man, I don't even want y'all to practice because y'all ain't going to work on the things you need to work on anyway. You're not getting better at anything. I think it's kind of weird, you know, when I hear them, you know, we haven't gotten a lot of playing time together. I told y'all the other day, I'm tired of hearing that.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
It is an excuse. You're telling me, out of all these practices that you had, out of all the times that you had played together, you're telling me, CJ McCollum, that you don't know how Trey moves? You don't know where he wants the ball to shoot that three?
Got to figure it out.
Apparently.
I mean, we see the game all the time. He loves the wings, CJ.
If he's sitting there watching the game, like if he's sitting there watching that game, Lex DC, like we are watching it, he would know what Trey likes to shoot that ball.
You know what? They claim that they watch film. What?
Hell, he's sitting courtside.
Are y'all looking at like in elementary school games? Are y'all watching yourselves? Are you watching somebody else's game at elementary school level? Because it's like I'm looking at everything, and it's like no one's learning anything. No one's learning anything. Have y'all noticed that? Like, what are you all working on in practice? Are you working on basic passing and bounce passes in the post and how to throw to the hand that's away from the defender? Cutting to the basket, backdoor cuts. You don't see these things on a regular basis. And these are basic, fundamental basketball. It's basic, fundamental basketball stuff. Where are these small details, these small basic things? It's not rocket science. You all are professionals. But again, it just looks like their confidence is shot. Confidence is so important. And you can tell, I know that they're saying, yeah, we're going to stay confident. We got to stick together. Man, I'm looking at their body language and their demeanor and things. I'm like, man, y'all are shot. Y'all are borderline depressed if you haven't already fallen into despair. That's how bad this is. These guys are not playing with confidence. And then when you look at the philosophy or the counter punches, it's like, dude, how can I feel confident about that? That's not giving me any energy. That's not providing me any confidence. That's not helping me want to play the game more, because the thing is, I know that this play does not work. This philosophy, this game plan, this so-called game plan that you have, Willie, it's not working. It makes me not want to play basketball. In actuality, it takes away my joy for the game. Mm-hmm. It doesn't add joy. It takes away. And for somebody who talks about joy so much, dog, you are a joy stealer.
Yeah, Willie Green's message is major league stale. I mean, they
It's a
could
joy stealer.
yeah, the players could definitely benefit by a coaching change. And soon as they fire him, boy, they're gonna take off. They're gonna take the hell off with Borrego because Borrego gonna have him playing
You
when
keep
they get
saying
back.
stuff like that, they ain't gonna never fire him, Q. They
Look at
don't
that,
want
man.
him to take off.
All right,
They
You
DC,
don't
right
go
want
ahead.
about
him to
that,
take
Lavelle.
off.
Go ahead, DC. You can go ahead and close this out, bro.
I'm just there's no desire for them to take off, man. As long as you have this pick situation, the draft, it's just another feather in the hat of David Griffin where they can keep selling you about this organic, sustainable family bullshit. There's no reason for them to win. They can't turn around and make it to the playoffs. They don't want to see that. If shit does start to click and it clicks a little too good, up top they're gonna find a way behind the scene to throw a monkey wrench and shit. For all we know, they spiked their Gatorade tonight. Them dudes couldn't play. But you have no idea, man. I don't think it's any want to for them to change the trajectory of what's going on. At least not now. I think they want to make sure we have 45 plus losses. They want that guarantee, which I mean we got what 31 right now, so that's pretty much
No,
guaranteed.
it's been 38 games, man. But man, they can still actually turn things around, man. But they gotta make that
Well,
change.
they don't want to turn around, Lex. There's no
I know,
consolation
but
prize for turning around.
I can't get dialed into losing, man. I just can't do it.
Nah,
The way that my competitive spirit and my basketball DNA works, I can't get dialed in. I understand the business side trying to get top picks, but what good is a top pick if you still have this sorry foundation of a coach, of a GM, of a fake GM, okay, a fake VP. You know what I'm saying? What good is it to get a top pick and you still have a sorry foundation that does poor planning and is not forward thinking? It's not gonna work. You're just wasting a future draft pick's career. That's all you're doing.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if you noticed, this cycle is being perpetuated. This cycle is almost like a reoccurring trend. And I'm like, man, I know everybody's talking about top pick because obviously as supporters, you want to look forward to, you want to be optimistic about the future. But in reality, it's like, man, the real problem is not being addressed. That's the problem. Is that you can try to fix everything around that main problem. But that main problem is still there. It's still there. They're beating around the bush. That's all that's happening. And it's like, I want to fix the real problem. Fix the meat and the heart of the problem. If you fix the meat and the heart of the problem, guess what? Okay, they say you got to go after the head of the snake for a reason. They say that for a reason. Because once you take the head off the snake, guess what? You know what I'm saying? It trickles down to everything else. It's like, hey, he ain't about to coil around you and squeeze your neck. You know what I'm saying? Turn your head so he can open up his mouth and eat you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do that. You have to focus on the real problem. And that's one thing that's not being focused on. Right now, it's just a lot of beating around the bush and avoiding what the real problem is, and you're not solving anything. It's just a cycle, and it's going to keep reoccurring and keep reoccurring. That's why, they're already like on a 2-3 year delay. That's 2-3 years of wasting all of these young men, all of their careers. That's what's happening. I mean, Zion set out and everything. It's like, dog, and talking that, for rest, like, dog, he's like rested for 2 months. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We all saw him play, right? And let me tell you something about hamstrings. Once you get them right, the last thing, movement is the answer. You
That's
want to
all.
move.
That's all Griffin though. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the staple point.
You don't
Dealing
want
with
the
that.
hamstring to get tight sitting on the bench. Why would you want him to sit down? Let him move. There's a lot of movement on the court. You know what I'm saying? That's how you counter that. Like, it's like he's healed, but we don't want him to go back to that. I really hate their so-called philosophy on this rehab, especially with Zion. Let me tell you something. When Brandon and Herb came back from their injuries, don't y'all know that they threw that minute restriction out the window?
That only applies to Zion
Against the
Williamson.
Suns?
Yeah, the ramp ups and all that. That's only for Zion
But
Williamson.
did y'all know that though? They
I'm not
they
surprised by
straight
that.
up threw those minute restrictions out the window because you know, to get that win.
Right.
And they could have won against the T-Wolves, but they didn't break that minute restriction for Zion. Moving beautifully. The dude was active. Did y'all see him bending his knees on defense? Did y'all see his footwork?
He was trying to get the win.
Yeah, man. Like, what are we doing here? I just, you know, I mean, in that case, it's like if you're gonna put him on minute restriction and you're not trying to win, might as well sit him out for the rest of the season, right?
They ain't gonna do that. That's too obvious.
Right.
Exactly. And that's the only reason why they're doing it, because it is too obvious. But basically, that's what they probably should do, because the thing is, I don't want to see Zion out there. Like, with Zion out there, there's a higher probability of this team's ability to win, because he attracts so much attention. Nobody else on this team has the gravity that he has. And you can tell.
They should have won that game the other night, man.
They could have.
They should have won that
in
game.
the second half, it's like Willie Green, he just threw in the towel and put in that dumb lineup. I can't believe he put in that dumb lineup. That was so crazy.
Well, I mean, the thing about Willie Green is he's been thoroughly exposed this season. Like people are picking apart his coaching, his call. They've
been picked apart his coaching. Them stupid handoffs. Who said it?
All this is all amplified. I mean, it's all over the place, but it's severely amplified when your team's sitting up there at 7-31, second worst team in the NBA, and these people are 0-6 in division play. I mean, they hadn't won one division game, 0-6. So I mean, in the end, man, like I said, this is simply what it is. Philadelphia is the next one up, man. It's the Pelicans hit the road. I think it's 3 straight on the road.
Do we check and see if who's
Boston.
playing or who's available for the Pelicans? I didn't mean to cut you off, BQ.
Who's available for the Pelicans?
Yeah, like who's gonna be playing? Did it say that? I think we saw it for Philadelphia, but we didn't see it for the Pelicans.
Hold on, let me check here. They got Herb out. You know, until they give us an update on Herb. This is what they got on Herb right here. This is something they just did 2 hours ago. Jones showed has been ruled out for the remainder of Wednesday's game against the Blazers. He finished 0 points, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, right now Herb is listed as out until we get an update on him, probably sometimes tomorrow. They got Zion out because of, Williams' injury maintenance. They call it injury maintenance. He will not play Wednesday against Portland. And that's because of the back-to-back.
Yeah. Did he freeze?
What they call it, maintenance?
Injury maintenance.
That's what it's labeled?
It's called injury maintenance.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. They got a new name for it. And
so we have an Asharian policy on Zion's injury? What is this shit?
I don't know.
Injury maintenance.
Well, I hope Trey plays. I mean,
So he misses Wednesday's game, but he's listed as out too. So against Portland. So we'll get an update on these guys probably tomorrow, maybe the day after that, on what's going on. Probably something on Herb tomorrow.
When's the 10th? 10th is Friday, right?
Yes.
Isn't that Friday? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Brandon Boston, he also had an injury
For
went
what?
back to the
Sitting on the
locker room.
bench?
Could
The
be.
right,
Done.
yeah, the right
Could
leg
be.
issue.
You said his right leg is itching?
Apparent right leg. He had a leg injury in the game.
Oh,
with
you
his
said
right leg.
injury. I'm like,
That,
man.
that makes sense. He been kind of off, man. He might have been dealing with something. And
But
DeJounte
Man,
has an elbow as well. His elbow is jacked up.
But they're saying that it's a
who
game
who
time
does?
decision.
Whose elbow?
DeJounte.
Oh yeah. Well, he said he had been dealing with some stuff anyway.
So that's what it is right now, Lex. That is the look at him right now. The Murray is good. CJ is good. Herb is out. Zion should be good. Yeeves. Everybody else. Trey Murphy will be seeing what's going on with him, and we'll probably get an update on Herb Jones and Brandon Boston tomorrow. But they got Brandon Boston currently as GTD game time decision.
I would say don't worry about it. Willie would probably start Javonte Green as he would love to do anyway. So, or better yet, he could still find a way to get JRE some minutes at small forward. I don't know why that would be a thing, but pretty sure Willie will go for it.
You've been playing JRE a lot lately.
That's because he's replaced Larry Nance. That's his Nance now. Ugh.
We'll see, man, what's happening. Philly's Friday, and the Pelicans have, I think, 3 games on the road. With Philly was one, Boston's another one, and what's the other games here? I'm trying to see if I can find the Pelicans next 3 because they got 3 on the road. Let me see if I can tell a fan what it is here.
It don't matter. It's probably mostly all losses.
It's Friday at Philly, Sunday at Boston, and Tuesday at Chicago.
Really do.
So Philly, Boston, and Chicago a couple of days apart. The 10th, the 12th, and the 14th, Philly, Boston, Chicago.
Ugh.
Then they come home for a four-game stand for Dallas, Utah, Milwaukee. So there it is. All right. So anyway, with that being said, man, we're gonna get ready to get out on that, man. Listen, man, appreciate y'all for being in the live. The Pelicans, man, got a lot of problems, and hopefully we'll try to. We'll see what happens on the next episode.
Ain't not gonna happen. This shit gonna keep going the way it's going.
DC, I'm trying to build a suspense right here, sir. If you don't mind,
the thrill is gone.
You don't have to.
The thrill is gone away.
Oh, I didn't say it. I didn't say it yet, Big Q.
Trying to build a suspense.
Contract.
Secret contract. Oh, then we gonna have a field day with this. Look, you're gonna be paying attention, Big Q, because look, we could be in the middle of talking about something, just all of a sudden, secret contract.
Will you be out this silly house with a big punch?
Here comes the man at the podium.
Pelicans are a big joke, man. The Pels are a big joke,
Here
man.
Here comes that guy to the podium with the secret contract.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so fun.
You know what? Willie Green don't even have a name anymore. He's just the guy with the secret contract.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for being in the stream. Much love to y'all. I hope y'all had a good time, man. We're gonna be back on Friday stream, 6 p.m. tip-off time for the Pels Sixers.
Stacey, you ain't send no link.
And we're gonna jump back and we'll cover the latest news on our Pelicans. Man, we need to do something, man. We need to get this stuff right, man. But we'll see what happens on the next episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. So y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to check out the links in the description section, merch, membership, all that stuff. It helps out the platform to keep the message strong, man, to force a change where a change is definitely needed, man. Let's get on code and make these people do right.
EYRD.
Make these people do right, straight up. And that'll be it in the stream. But listen, thank y'all. He's really agree fight on Sunday. All right, much love, man. We appreciate y'all.
Don't count on it, brother. Don't count on it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get fired. You know why? because he's got that secret contract.
All right, y'all. We're going to get on out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. We'll holler at y'all on Friday. Much love.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
The WhoDatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoDatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoDatDaily.com is your site. The WhoDatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who Dat.